Are you sick of looking in the mirror and despite trying everything this year to lose fat, nothing is working? Because if that's you, you're not broken, you're just tracking your progress completely wrong. And in this video today, I'm gonna fix that for you for good. Here's the issue. 99% of people on a fat loss journey use the scales as their only source of success. And what people don't realize is the scales don't just measure body fat, they measure literally everything in your body. Not only that, but 90% of people actually do this really inconsistently. So we're talking one scale measurement just once a week, or maybe once every 2 weeks, or the worst I've seen our clients do before us is once every single month. And when this happens, the data's too variable, it's too hit and miss, it's too jumpy, we don't actually know what's really going on. And this is what's keeping us in the cycle of binge, restrict, try, cut everything out, feel miserable, lose a pound, hate life, binge everything in sight, gain 5 pounds and give up. When actually, it's not fat, it's mostly water throwing you off track time and time again. Oh, and by the way, in case we've never met or you don't know who I am, my name's De-Netto and I'm an online fat loss coach that's helped over 200 women break free from the toxic fad diet cycle and be able to live their lives whilst dropping fat and getting results in a way that makes them feel good every single day, whilst being able to enjoy takeaways, glasses of wine and nights out. Because let's be honest, that's the good shit. So let's really simplify this. Your body weight is made up of so much more than just body fat. We're talking bone density, muscle mass, organs, connective tissue, water, which is, by the way, the biggest one, and blood. That's what the scales are measuring. So when the scales go up, it doesn't automatically mean that you've gained body fat. In fact, it will mostly be water. Here's an example so you understand what I mean. You've been on it all week. You've been training hard 3 times a week. You've been eating calorie deficit. You've been drinking 3 litres of water despite the fact that before you were drinking a litre, if that. You jump on the scales on a Friday thinking, I've smashed it, I've done this, I've done that, I've nailed it, I've not had any chocolate, I've not had takeaways, not had crisps, blah, blah, blah. I am going to drop fat and feel fucking amazing for this weekend. And much to your despair, step on the scales, the weight's sharp and you think, oh, what's the fucking point? But here's the thing. When you train, you will get something called muscle inflammation, which is heavy. It will see you retain more water. Your muscles will swell. You'll actually weigh more because your muscles are in the process of healing after a heavy resistance-based training session. But here's the thing, it's not fat, it's just water. And deep down you know this because your jeans are feeling looser, your jumper's feeling looser, you're feeling better, and that's because you do. So let's fix this problem for good. Rather than just doing random weight checks when you feel like it, let's standardize your weigh-in so they're on the same day, under the same conditions, ideally at the same time of day, multiple times a week. Now our clients do twice a week, on a Wednesday and a Sunday. It keeps that midweek motivation hit going, and it means we can hold them accountable over the weekend. This way we're looking at long-term trends, not random fluctuations. And here's the really important thing. You will see one measurement go down and one measurement go up. When that measurement goes up, it's time to knuckle down and not throw in the towel thinking, oh, I fucked it, because like I've just described, it's just water fluctuating your body and changing that scale number. And if we can do this and zoom out and look at the long-term data, we will see over time, we're starting here, and we're having a nice diagonal trend down with a couple of peaks and troughs here and there, but ultimately long-term in the next 3 months, our number at the end from following this process will be lower than it is at the start. Next up, let's measure more than just what the scales say and actually measure your fat storage in the 2 areas of the body that we as humans, especially females, are more predisposed to storing body fat on, and that's your waist and your hips. So we're gonna go old school and use a tape measure. The reason being this is measuring pure fat storage, it fluctuates a lot less. And this number, despite what the scales say, will consistently come down if you are in fact in a calorie deficit and doing the things you need to do. This way, there's less drama, less frustration, and actually, we can see that despite what the scales are doing, this number is going down much, much faster and keeping us motivated. And actually, it's then getting into our head that actually I am losing fat and I am doing well, rather than seeing a bouncing, fluctuating number on the scales. And finally, this is the most important thing that you need to do alongside the scales if you want to see these long-term results that you're after. And that's taking progress photos every single week. And this bit always scares the crap out of everyone because of course, you're not gonna like what you see at the start, and that's absolutely fine. In fact, that's what we want. If you loved what you saw at the start, then you wouldn't be in a fat loss journey and you wouldn't be getting so frustrated about the scales bouncing up week in, week out. We need to see that shock on your face. We need you to have that shock factor because you are then 10 times more likely to take the actions needed to succeed. If you're not aware there's an issue at the start, then you're just doing it to follow the crowd. So what we do here is we take them first thing in the morning on the same day every week. For our clients, again, that's Sunday, so we can hold them accountable over the weekend. And this is where you will see real body composition change, because the photos are brutal and they do not lie. You will see if you are taking the right actions and if you're doing it consistently enough based on these photos. If there's no change, it means we need to change something. Doesn't mean we failed, just means we need to change something. The key here is that we never fail from one set of photos or one set of measurements or one set of waist and hip measurements. We only fail if we give up. And if we can do all three of these things consistently, which by the way, that's absolutely what we should be doing from this second onwards, we will drop fat. We will get it back into our clothes from last summer that are now too tight for us. We will feel better, and ultimately, we will be able to go on the beach on holiday, have cocktails, enjoy life, and actually have friends and family go, oh my God, you look amazing. How have you done it? And honestly, just by doing these three things alongside your sustainable calorie deficit that you're already following, everything's going to change for you. Less frustration, more clarity, better results, and ultimately get into summer feeling amazing. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate if you could drop me a subscribe. Helps me grow the channel and reach more women just like you who are stuck and frustrated being stuck in the toxic fad diet cycle. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next video.